Back then, Mom did nothing but cultivate. She basically never spent time with us. Lu Zixuan went quiet, thinking it over. Then Lu Miao Miao looked up, eyes full of hurt. Sis! I noticed that when I'm with Auntie Shui, I don't miss Mom as much. Lu Zixuan saw her little sister about to cry. She pulled her into a tight hug. Then let's just focus on building a good relationship with Auntie Shui. And stop thinking about Mom. The next morning, just as you were about to head out, with your daughters to Liumo Academy, you glanced over at Sun Minzi. You coming too? Sun Minzi's eyes went wide. I'm allowed? I'll tell the headmaster at Liumo Academy I'm enrolling my daughters there. Just pretend you're one of my daughters. That way, you can freely use the time-accelerating treasure on that side to cultivate. Is this really okay? I'm nobody. I've got nothing to offer. Before Sun Minzi could finish, you cut her off. It's decided. You'll keep Zixuan company. You can look out for each other. Sun Minzi couldn't believe it. She never expected an opportunity like this. She bowed a deep 90 degrees. Thank you so much, senior. Right then, Liu Yunyi walked over. Brother-in-law, my master and I have already finished building the teleportation array you needed. Should we set it up on both sides today? Yes. Something clicked in your head just then. Oh, right. Yunyi, if you're willing, pretend to be my daughter too, and join Liumo Academy while you're at it. With that identity, you'd be able to use the time treasure. Break through to Dadi even faster. Liu Yunyi's face went red. That's not right, though. I'm at this age already. Can I really pass as your daughter? At that, Xiao Qingye laughed from the side. Your shamelessness is starting to rival mine. I can already picture it. That old geezer's face when he sees you walk in. With this many daughters, you shot Xiao Qingye a look. I only said I was enrolling my daughters. Never said how many. He opened his mouth to argue. Too late. You'd already dropped the line. Liu Yunyi was still hesitating. He quickly went in to persuade her. Come on, disciple. Just say yes. A 1 to 300 time ratio. Even your master would love to get in on that. You smirked. If you don't mind the embarrassment, you could pretend to be my daughter too. Forget it, forget it. I'm not getting mixed up in this circus. A moment later, Liu Yunyi gritted her teeth and made up her mind. Fine. I'll give it a shot. Not long after, the whole group arrived at Liumo Academy. Lu Xue came out personally to greet them. But when he saw the crowd of women trailing behind you, he immediately frowned. These are all... You pointed back at everyone, except Sui Tianfei. They're all my daughters. Per last night's agreement, have someone register them and get them enrolled. Liu Xue's jaw literally dropped, almost hit the floor. You clapped him on the shoulder. Don't look so shocked. These are all my daughters. Liu Xue stood in silence for a solid 2.5 minutes, before finally saying, You're putting me in a really tough spot here. Last night I thought you only had one daughter. You gave him a look. What? You thinking about going back on your word? Liu Xue's mouth twitched. Not only was he in the wrong, he also couldn't take on Xiao Qingyi standing right there. Xiao Qingyi immediately understood exactly what the old guy was worried about. Old Liu, I know you're scared of ruining your reputation, but I happen to have a solution that works out perfectly for everyone. Want to hear it? Liu Xue perked up immediately. The response came quick. Rather make things hard for others, than suffer yourself. The second he heard that, something in Liu Xue's head just opened right up. He did a complete 180. This is nothing. Go find Vice Headmaster Lu Qingshu. He'll take care of all the details for you. The second you were gone, he immediately sent a transmission to Lu Qingshu, happily passing off the mission. His old face went a little red. Never thought I'd actually be pulling something like this one day. But honestly, that felt pretty good. On the other side, Lu Qingshu received the order with a face like a storm. But the second he saw you walking over with your group, he instantly lit up. You're here, sir. The headmaster already briefed me. Actually, this was entirely my own idea. I'll get everything sorted out for you right now. 1 incense stick later, Lu Qingshu cheerfully handed you 4 identity tokens. These aren't just your daughter's official identity markers. They've also got a bunch of extra features built in. Although, of course, most of those features require you to top up the token with demon essence before you can use them. So if I want the kids to have access to the spatial treasure anytime, how does that work? I've already upgraded all 4 tokens. They can enter that space anytime, anywhere. But if they want to stay inside the time treasure, indefinitely, that requires a significant amount of demon willow essence. Right then, Sui Tianfei stepped forward. Tell me, how many demon crystals would it take for the kids to stay in there as long as they want? Lu Qingshu held up one finger. 100 million top-grade demon crystals each. Sun Minzi nearly passed out from the number alone. 100 million top-grade demon crystals. That's the entire net worth of a peak great emperor. But then the very next second, she watched Sui Tianfei casually toss a storage ring to Lu Qingshu. There's $1 billion in there. Don't want to make things difficult for your academy. Whatever's left over, consider it a donation to build a few more classrooms. Lu Zixuan and Lu Miao Miao both blinked at the same time. Auntie Xue, you're loaded. You quickly sent a transmission to Xiao Qingyi. Has Shui Tianfei's business really grown this big? I remember she wasn't this wealthy before. She just threw out $1 billion, without even blinking. Xiao Qingyi replied, helpless. Back then, she had all her energy locked on chasing after you. Couldn't be bothered managing her forces. But in the 1,000 years you were gone, she barely put in any effort, and shot straight to the top 10 on the Demon Overlord rankings. Right at that moment, Lu Qingshu finally snapped out of his shock. Dang, I thought I was getting stuck with the baggage. Turns out this baggage hits different. Alright, I'll max out the Demon Willow Essence on all 4 of these lovely ladies. Tokens right now! He bounced off excitedly to handle it. You looked at Shui Tianfei, genuinely touched. You didn't have to do all that. Shui Tianfei's face broke into a warm, gentle smile. This is nothing. If you ever need more demon crystals down the road, just say the word. Whatever amount, I can make it happen. Your feelings were complicated. Looks like maybe you'd been too hard on Shui Tianfei this whole time. Just then, Xiao Qingyi's voice came through again. See? My eye for people is never wrong. Shui Tianfei is actually a solid person. This time, you didn't argue back. Xiao Qingyi seemed to sense you slowly warming up to Shui Tianfei. A moment later, Lu Qingshu rushed back over to you. I've already topped up all the demon crystals onto your daughter's tokens. From now on, they just need to be inside the Shiximolyu space and focus their intent on the token, and they can access the time treasure. You nodded, satisfied.